Today's video is going to be a fun, nostalgic throwback video. I have been shopping with my nieces a lot recently, and they have been getting into TILLY'S, which is like a kind of beachy, sort of very like juniors focused store that's been around forever. I used to love TILLY'S. I still get things there from time to time. But recently when I've been going into TILLY'S, I have been seeing just a wave of nostalgia hitting me all at once. It is literally like my wardrobe from 2005 to like 2008 is in TILLY'S right now. If you're a millennial and you were kind of like in high school, college era in the early 2000s, this is gonna blow your socks off, let me tell you. It was such whiplash going in there for the first time and seeing all these brands that used to be kind of considered douchey or popular depending, like Ed Hardy, like Von Dutch, like True Religion, you know, all these different brands that were very, very popular. I think it's really funny also how Gen Z kind of like made such a stink about millennials being so cringe, so annoying, and I'm like, you're wearing our exact wardrobe. Just saying. Anyways, I'm going to head inside of TILLY'S. They just opened like not that long ago, and we're gonna see what they've got in store. We're maybe gonna try some things on. I don't remember TILLY'S to ever be size inclusive, if I'm honest with you, so I don't know what's gonna be available as far as like sizing options, but I just thought it'd be a fun thing to try. So we're gonna head into TILLY'S and I'm gonna basically try on my high school wardrobe, and we'll see how I feel about that. I'm not exactly sure, but I am always a lover of nostalgia, and just Y2K kind of era fashion truly has such a special place in my heart. So we're gonna find out together, but before I get any further in this video, I just want to say a big thanks to today's sponsor, Upside.
If you're like me and you have noticed how much the price of gas, getting groceries, eating out has been crazy lately, and even with the tightest budget, there's no escaping them, but what you can control is getting cash back on purchases you're already making, which is where Upside comes in. The free Upside app gets you cash back on gas, groceries, and dining, which are three things that you're spending your money on every week anyway. It's really simple. Here's how it works. You open the app, you claim an offer, you pay with your card like normal, and you get cash back. That is literally it. And yes, it is cash back. It's not points you'll never use. It's not credits that will expire. It's money that you transfer straight into your bank account. Over 100,000 participating locations means once you start checking the app, you realize how often there is an offer where you're already going. It's amazing. And unlike other programs, you can stack Upside with your existing credit card and loyalty rewards. Upside has given back over $1 billion to its users, which is absolutely incredible. To find out how much you could earn, download the free Upside app and use my code Carrie10 to get an extra $10 bonus on your first purchase. That's an extra $10 bonus on top of the cash back that you're already receiving using my code Carrie10. Thank you so much again to Upside for sponsoring this video, and let's go ahead and jump back in. Like I said before, I've been inside TILLY'S a couple of times recently, and it still blows my mind every single time. I'm like, what in the 2006 is going on here? We're going on a journey together today, millennials. Look at the baby doll tops. Tell me this does not scream that time in our lives. There were also really short skirts, but this time they come with shorts, which is amazing. I saw that when I did a Hollister try on a little while ago, like maybe last summer, and it's like decent prices, but the sizing not great. It went to a size 31. I think I'm like a 33. I was looking for a lot of different things, but they didn't have my size. There was a ton of smalls and extra smalls. Also, the Von Dutch hat, I can't. It's so Ashton Kutcher. It's just so funny, and it's like, I guess, popular now. The rainbow sandals. Who remembers rainbows? They were, I think, $40 or $50 back when I was wearing them back in the day, and now they're $70. This display was like stepping back in time with the jeans, the asymmetrical tube tops, the long tanks, the claw headbands, the purses. Then we move over into all the fold over pants and gauchos and leggings. I think they're called fold over leggings now, or fold over pants. We used to call them yoga pants. Rusty just immediately brought me back. Billabong, there was Roxy, there was Paul Frank. I truly felt like I was stepping in a time machine here. There was also a mix of kind of more current trends like hibiscus, and then I saw this off-the-shoulder shirt that said 90 on it, and I was like, wait, is that their new vintage year? Because, you know, ours used to say like 75 or whatever. I'm gonna try not to think about that. This Von Dutch table, hilarious. Actually kind of low-key loved that camo tank. The Affliction shirts are killing me. It's so funny. They were so douchey back in the day, as well as Ed Hardy. Who remembers Ed Hardy? There was a wall of Ed Hardy. I can't get over it. The shorts, everything was really, truly literally sending me. This whole outfit felt like a perfect blend between 2026 and 2006, and I low-key kind of loved it. There was West Coast choppers in the men's section. The men's section I didn't even really delve into that deeply, but so funny. So many cute little hair accessories going on. There were these little matching sets that looked so Mary-Kate and Ashley to me. You cannot tell me Mary-Kate and Ashley did not inspire that. There were lots of cute little bag charms, Diet Coke themed hats, which like I love Diet Coke, so I'm not hating. It was just interesting. Diet Coke has become like a merch centerpiece. So through all of my searching, I gathered as many things in my size as I possibly could, and we're gonna head into the fitting room and try them on together. For outfit number 1, we started off with these kind of like baggy, wide leg jeans. These are actually from Urban Outfitters, which I noticed that they have a few BDG things from Urban Outfitters at TILLY'S, so I thought that was interesting. I got these in a size large, which was their largest size. I was hoping that because they were baggy, they were gonna work. They're $79. We'll talk about that later. Got this flowy white tank top. This feels very of the time, that kind of baby doll style tank for $39. As you might have guessed, the pants do not fit. We're not going to talk about that. We're just going to pretend that's not happening. Let's just look at the overall look of the outfit. I do like the pants themselves. I think that they're really comfortable. They feel nice in length. The material is nice. The fit is truly atrocious. I don't even think if I went up to an extra large I would be able to fit in these, and it felt like the way they were hugging me in some places, it did sort of feel like it was highlighting some lumps and bumps in my legs, and that's not a big deal, but just in case you were curious. And then moving on to the top, it was cute, but it felt interestingly revealing. Like I was like, I'm getting old because it feels like my ninnies are about to pop out. I know that's not the case, but that aside, the tank top was so cute. The material felt amazing. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, why didn't I get this? This tank top had like a blend of maybe a cotton and spandex, if I were to guess, and it had some eyelet lace details. It was really pretty. It would go with so many different things, and because I've been gravitating a little bit more towards lower rise things, I think this tank top would be a really good thing to have in your collection, but I have way too many white tank tops, so on to the next. We're gonna move on to this really pretty printed lace baby doll dress. I was like, okay, this is right up my alley. This with like some cute little campus boots would be so adorable. Pretend I don't have blue flip-flops on. I noticed that there were little bloomer shorts built in, so it kind of actually felt more like a romper, and if you were to have to go to the bathroom, you would have to take the whole thing off, so that was kind of something that knocked points off in my mind. The neckline was really pretty, but I also noticed how short the shorts were and how long the sheer part of the dress was. So then there was like a definite see-through element in the front, and I would just kind of prefer this if it was all opaque and you didn't see through it. So it was a really pretty dress. Like I love the tiny floral detail. This print was a dream. I thought it fit beautifully. It's just like if there was a different liner, I would probably love it, but I was kind of meh about it. Next up, we're moving on to our first fold over flare pants of the day. These were called yoga pants back in my day, but I feel like this is bang on. This entire look is so 2006 to me. It's got the fold over element. It's got the brown and pink, which was an iconic color combo that I still love to this day. The pants were $30. I got them in a size large. That was the largest size I could find. And then the tank was $10 and I got it in an extra large. And it's really cute. I actually would really wear this. Like the head tilt was me going, wait, do I need this? Is this going home with me? Let me know what you think in the comments below, but I immediately noticed how long the leggings were and how much I love those, and also how see-through, I don't want to say see-through, but just how visible everything under the leggings was. Like I felt like if I were to go up to an extra large, it would help with that a little bit. You could wear them more high or I guess mid-rise like I do. You'd wear them super low rise if you wanted to. They're so nice, but I just couldn't justify with the brown material having them be just so visible of what was going on underneath. You could see like the complete lining of my underwear and everything. The tank top fit really nicely. I'm always gonna wish that there is a shelf bra, especially with a cami. The material was very thin though. Like I will be 100% honest about that, but the overall look was really growing on me, and I was going back and forth contemplating. I was like, do I get the pants maybe in a different color and then wear it with a different tank top? I just love the polka dot detail. I think that's so fun. So I'm gonna keep my eye out for that more in the future. Next, we had to do one of the baby doll tops. I did brown because it felt like the most authentic to what I would have worn. This went from a size extra small to an extra large. I got it in a large. It was originally $26.99. I believe it's on sale sale for $19. Then I had to try on a pair of jeans. I at least had to do one pair. And these are kind of Abercrombie Hollister adjacent types of jeans, or something maybe you'd find at Buckle back in the day. These were $50, so a little bit pricey, and they go up to a size 33, which I thought was my size, but I think they just run a little bit large. First of all, just the overview of this outfit is hilarious to me because I was like, I'm me in high school. You simply had to be there. But the top was accurate, honestly. I liked that it was flowy, and I was like, I think I need to get more flowy tops. The button had some strings that were coming out of it, so it just wasn't the best quality. It wasn't very well made, and the material felt like, I always refer to this, but like Halloween costume material. Like, it just felt like plastic, and I didn't like that. But as far as depicting the look accurately, I think I really drove it home there. The jeans were too big. They were cute though. I liked that they had much less of an aggressive low rise than if they were in 2006, 20 years ago. I liked the buttons. I thought they were hilarious. I was truly actually cracking up out loud in this fitting room. I was having the time of my life. It's so funny and so rare to be able to go back and try on like almost your exact high school wardrobe. I would have worn this with flip-flops too, by the way, but like do it in your late 30s. Like, it is truly a wild time, so fantastic and really fun. Next outfit, we had to do the gauchos. It's just everything to me. I already have a pair, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I love it. I'm really here for the reemergence of the gauchos. Then to go with it, I grabbed this tube top in similar colors, so I thought that these would look really nice together, and this is an asymmetrical striped tube top that just felt absolutely straight out of my closet in about 2007, and when you put it on, oh my god, this is so funny to me. And I'm not gonna lie, there are elements of it that I do like. We'll start with the pants. I really like how flowy and fun the pants are, and I don't like the brown and how see-through they are, kind of similar to the other one. The tube top is funny because it's just the strangest cutout. It's what we really loved back in the day. It's kind of split on the side there, and then I think there's a tie that can make you scrunch it up even tighter, and then there is that kind of sticky bit on the inside of the tube top that helps it stay up, and I appreciate that. The pants, I'm going back to the pants for a second because I'm showing you that, again, you can see the entirety of my underwear. Like, I don't know how anyone could wear these unless they weren't wearing underwear, but they're so comfortable. That's what I was saying in the mirror. Like, they're just the comfiest. They're essentially pajama pants, so what's not to love there? And I think TILLY'S was really nailing the color combos on this day. When I got in there, I was just like, yeah, now this is the color palette that I knew and loved back in the day. But this outfit was just kind of meh for me. If you thought I was done with the polka dots, I'm not done yet. I grabbed this halter top in this butter yellow color. It was $24.99. I got it in a size extra large, and then to go with it on the bottom, I decided to try these kind of baggier shorts, and these are called the baggy carpenter shorts. I love any kind of carpenter jean, shorts, whatever. These also went up to a size 33, and I grabbed them in a 33 because I was so excited to find one, and I think they were a little bit too baggy, and the silhouette was interesting because I think the shorts were just too big and I needed to size down in them, but they also had this very kind of like almost barrel style silhouette, and I think that's how they were supposed to look, but I found myself just wanting to pull them up more, but then when I did, they'd kind of poke out on the sides. Does that make sense? And I don't think I loved that, but I did like that they were long enough. I liked the carpenter style. I liked that they were a nice wash that you could wear every single day. I liked that they were baggy and you could wear them to the beach or to the pool, but I would definitely need to wear these with a longer top and something that wasn't cropped like this. Now onto this top. I loved the halter. It felt kind of almost backless. Like, you know how everything haltered is sort of backless, but this went down so far that it wouldn't even be possible to wear a bra with this, and I know that's probably the point, but yeah, that's not what I'd particularly be looking for, so it was just a little more than I felt comfortable showing, and a side boob was definitely inevitable. I also just don't think this fit me the best in general, so I like those pieces separately, but maybe not together. Next up, because no look from this time would be complete without these mini shorts, I had to go for it. These are RSQ women's low-rise micro shorts. These were definitely micro, that's for sure. They were $34.99. I got them in a size 33. Then I paired it with this striped halter top that, again, brown and pink. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It is just absolutely a tried and true classic color combo. I was, digesting this look, I should say. Not really sure what's going on with the visible belly button thing. I think it was like a lot more dramatic on camera than it was in person, but either way, didn't love that. The shorts were funny. I don't think I'd ever be able to wear these out, but they did look really cute. I'm just not a chafing stick kind of person, so I need there to be fabric there. And yeah, I mean, this is an absolute nightmare. I like that they're a little more high rise than they used to be. I will give them points for that, and the quality actually felt pretty good. I would have worn a short almost identical to this back in the day. I think the only difference is they probably would have been cutoffs. And then onto the shirt. Once again, I can tell that I'm getting older because I'm like, why is so much of my breasticle showing? Do you know what I mean? I don't think I want that much of it. I think I'd like a little bit more coverage. And it's interesting because of how far down it hangs in the back. It's like loose back there, but then tight everywhere else. So I just didn't think it was the best fit personally for me. But I was more just trying this on for like the fun of it all and for the laugh, and it definitely gave me that, so I'm appreciative. And for our last look, last but not least, you know, I had to do the pants in a different size and a different color because I just had to know. I was like, this is my young adulthood in one piece of clothing right here. So let's try an extra large and let's try them in black, and those were $24.99. Then I decided to pair this blue striped tube top. That was only $10, so I felt like it was a pretty good deal. It was on sale for $14.99 and now it's on sale for $10. Here's what it looks like on. The pants were exactly what I wanted. I was like, this is what I was talking about, absolutely. But the tube top was interesting because in the bottom part of the tube top, like around my stomach, it fit great, but the top part of the tube top near the bust, it did not fit well. And that's an issue that I run into a lot as someone with a bigger belly and a smaller bust. So that's just my cross to bear, I suppose. But I really, really like the pants. I instantly became my 20-year-old self again. I was loving how long they were. I was loving the feeling of the material. They feel like a cotton kind of spandex blend. I was like, you're coming home with me. I think they look as good as they feel, and that's what I love. Like, I could just literally throw on a cute little tank top or tube top with this and some cute flip-flops or flats or whatever, and you have an outfit. Like, what's not to love? Why did we ever stop wearing these in the first place? Why did we move on to dreadful, tight, regular leggings when these existed? So I got these and a couple other things that I will show you once we get to the car.
All right, it's about an hour later, and honestly, I had a great experience. I could have tried on more stuff, but I was getting overstimulated. There was like loud music, there was a lot going on, it was getting a little busier in there, the fitting rooms were kind of getting busier, so I decided to just cut my losses and get a couple random things. I actually got two things I didn't even try on. I don't want to talk about it, but the first thing I got was the black fold over like cotton, I don't know what you call these, yoga pants. I think these were called yoga pants back in the day. I guess it's only 95% cotton and then it's 5% spandex, but those were I think like 20 bucks. I had some credits to use for when I spoil my nieces here. I also decided to get a camo tank top. It's really cute. I really, really like it, and it was $24.99, kind of expensive, but I believe this one is 100% cotton. Where's the tag? Yes, it is. So I'm good with that. And then the last thing I got was another thing I did not try on, and it was one of the asymmetrical tops, kind of similar to the one that I tried on before, but this one is blue stripes. So it's like, I think a black stripe in a baby blue. And I just think this is a little more practical. It's a different material that's more of a cotton material, whereas the other one was very much like polyester and like kind of going out top. Who remembers the going out top? Millennials, tap in. So yeah, that is everything I got, and I had a really good experience. I didn't feel weird in the fitting rooms at all. Nobody bothered me also, which was fantastic. That's what I love about Gen Z employees, is they're like, you're on your own, and I need that. I've had fitting room experiences where, like at Lululemon, for example, Athleta, I can think of off the top of my head, where I'm not joking, they come by every 2.5 minutes being like, do you need anything? Carrie, are you good in there? Carrie, do you need something? Carrie, do you need a different size? How's it going in there, Carrie? And I'm like, so honestly, this is a lot better. I really appreciated just the chill environment, laid back, honestly pretty decent sales going on as well. Like, I'm gonna shop there more, I think. If you've had any experiences at TILLY'S recently, let me know. Or if anything struck a nerve with you, nostalgia-wise, good or bad, definitely let me know in a comment down below. If you can think of any other nostalgic places you want to see me go, definitely also let me know. I did Hollister probably last summer, and that was a wild time. That was more like kind of 2012, 2013, and this is just straight up 2005 through 2008. Like, I love it. I loved it. It felt like going back in time. There were a couple moments where I was feeling like pangs of nostalgia in like a good way. So anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can also turn on my post notifications if you want to be notified every time I post a new video. Make sure you leave your fitting room requests down below. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you all of my love, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye. Bye, millennials.